First up tonight, smash and grab robberies have not gone away. A group hit a Beverly Hills jewelry store, making off with up to $5 million of luxury merchandise. NTD's Eileen Ang spoke to the store owner to hear what happened.
Smash and grab robbers looted the high-end Beverly Hills jewelry store in broad daylight on Tuesday, according to the police. Thieves made off with anywhere from $3 to $5 million in merchandise. The owner of luxury jewels of Beverly Hills, Peter Seji, said he was sitting in his office at the time. He heard what sounded like gunshots and told his employees to get down on the floor.
I waited for what I thought was gunshot sounds to stop. I grabbed my gun. I ran out. I saw my window was broken and they were taken off. A car pulled up, which turned out to be stolen. 4 assailants started pounding the window. But we had 12 tempered glass, so it took them like 7, 8, 9 hits of each one of them hitting it to finally break. And then they took off, ran to the back of the alley, and there was another getaway car waiting for them.
The thieves used sledgehammers to smash open the jewelry cases at about 2 p.m. Seji said the thieves knew where to find the high-end jewelry and watches. No one was injured, but they cut themselves while trying to pick out glass shards from the remaining items. They didn't have a security guard.
So now we're just trying to deal with getting new glass and showcases and cleaning up, or floors are all messed up. Moving forward, probably get a security guard.
The Beverly Hills Police Department is investigating the case. Critics have pointed to California's Proposition 47, which changes certain crimes from felonies to misdemeanors, as a culprit for the increase in smash and grab robberies in the state.
The governor signed a law that would reduce abortion costs. The law eliminates out-of-pocket costs for abortions. A senator from Southern California first introduced the bill. A pro-life advocate said that some people intend to make California an abortion sanctuary state.
Governor Gavin Newsom signed a new law that eliminates out-of-pocket costs for abortion and abortion-related services. In a statement, he said this would protect and advance reproductive freedom for all and ensure affordable access to abortion services so that out-of-pocket costs don't stand in the way of receiving care. Senator Lina Gonzalez introduced Senate Bill 245, also known as the Abortion Accessibility Act. It prohibits health plans and insurers from requiring copay, deductible, or other costs for women seeking abortion services, including pre-abortion and follow-up services. It also includes removing in-person follow-up visits and ultrasounds for Medi-Cal abortion providers. Pro-life advocates like Seth Gruber told the Epoch Times the new bill is part of a larger strategy and that the council wants to turn California into a sanctuary state for an abortion. California law allows pregnant women to terminate a pregnancy unless the fetus becomes viable, meaning it can survive outside of the uterus, typically around 28 weeks old, or to protect the mother's life or health.
The California State University system is making a major change to its admissions process. Students applying to state universities are no longer required to take standardized tests. NTD's Cynthia Kai has all the changes parents and students alike would need to watch out for.
The California State University system will permanently abandon the use of SAT and ACT tests in its admissions process. The policy was first implemented on a temporary basis during the pandemic. And now, the CSU Board of Trustees voted unanimously to scrap the use of the standardized tests on Wednesday. Acting CSU Chancellor Steve Relier said in a statement that the move is in line with the university system's continued efforts to level the playing field and provide greater access to a high-quality college degree for students from all backgrounds. The CSU said the admissions process will evaluate students based on their grades in core subject classes, referred to as A through G courses, among other multifaceted admissions criteria. Those criteria have not yet been specified. Students can still take the SAT or ACT tests if they so choose. Scores can be used to place them into the appropriate level math and English courses. This decision follows the lead of the University of California system, which abandoned the tests in 2020.
After 30 years, authorities say they found and arrested a woman who killed the store owner in San Carlos. Detectives followed various leads, but the case went unsolved for decades. NTD's David Lam reports.
Law enforcement and the mayor of San Mateo held a news conference on Thursday with updates on a tragedy that shocked the community.
Good morning. I'm San Mateo County Sheriff Carlos Bolanos, and I'm here to announce a major development in the 1993 cold case murder of Shun Ming Tang having occurred in the city of San Carlos. This was a cold case for nearly 3 decades. Today I can announce that we've made an arrest, and justice for Mr. Tang's family is at hand.
Detectives went to Oklahoma last week to arrest Raina Elizabeth Hoffman Ramos on March 16th. Police said she shot and killed Tong, the store owner, on April 26, 1993. With the advancement in forensic technology, authorities identified Hoffman Ramos, who lived in San Mateo County at the time of Tong's murder, as a suspect.
The initial investigation yielded possible suspect information of an adult female seen leaving the store shortly after the shooting. Detectives believe the shooting was the result of a robbery gone wrong. Detectives conducted a lengthy investigation following up on various leads. The crime gained national recognition, including a feature on television's America's Most Wanted.
Tong was shot once in the chest while tending his mom and pop shop. He later died at a hospital, Trickett said.
Mr. Tang was a husband, a father, and a friend who came to the United States to provide a better life for his family. His death shook the community of San Carlos and has remained a topic of discussion over the years.
It wasn't specified how detectives connected Hoffman Ramos to the murder, but she was a sole suspect.
Today, I would like to express our appreciation to the San Mateo County Sheriff's Office for their tireless efforts to bring closure to this case, and our heartfelt condolences to the Tang family for their loss. Mr. Tang was well known in the San Carlos community as the owner of the Devonshire Little Store, a now 87-year-old small corner store beloved by neighbors.
Trickett said Hoffman Ramos is 61 years old and has a criminal record. She's currently in Washington County Jail awaiting extradition to California to face charges. David Lam, NTD News, California.
A crime ring running in Southern California has allegedly been illegally transferring money into the United States through China. Federal agencies are now looking to seize the funds. Here's what we know so far.
Last month, the Department of Justice filed a lawsuit in California against hundreds of Chinese nationals for holding illegal U.S. bank accounts. The filing alleges that a criminal ring consisting of corrupt Bank of America employees and California-based agents targeted Chinese nationals to move their funds out of China. The crime ring's business stems from the Chinese regime making it increasingly difficult to move funds out of the country. The criminal ring allowed hundreds of unknown and unverified individuals open access to the U.S. financial system for over 3 years. The U.S. Marshals Service is currently holding the funds. The filing did not list the amount of money. Transfers were made through either currency exchange programs or payments made through foreign countries. According to the report, account brokers would coordinate with corrupt Bank of America employees to circumvent certain requirements for opening an account, like providing proper identification. The brokers used fake addresses while giving employees either illicit payments or clients. Newly issued bank cards would then be mailed abroad to Chinese nationals. The DOJ, State Department, and Department of Homeland Security have begun proceedings to seize the funds.
A Bay Area rapper pleads guilty to conspiracy in a multi-million-dollar fraud case. He is among 7 co-defendants to enter guilty pleas. According to the Mercury News, rapper Kafani entered a plea agreement with the federal prosecutors. Kafani, also known as Amir Rashad, pleaded guilty this week to 4 federal offenses: conspiracy, aggravated identity theft, bank fraud, and wire fraud. Prosecutors accused him of committing identity theft that targeted wealthy residents in Beverly Hills and throughout the Bay Area. No sentencing date is set yet. Kafani faces up to 30 years in federal prison for conspiracy alone. A detective in Anaheim is suing the city for alleged harassment. The tension reportedly led to her supervisor altering data in the city's sex offender registry.
A sex crimes detective with the Anaheim Police Department said her supervisor had been harassing her. Local media OC Register reported that the supervisor altered data in the city's sex offender registry, which the detective was in charge of, according to the lawsuit. Detective Laura Lomelli filed a lawsuit against the city on February 28th. Sergeant Jeff Dodd apparently began harassing the detective after she complained about being the only female detective in her unit that missed an opportunity to make overtime on a protest. The conflict between the two led to an alleged alteration in the sex offender database in 2019. The lawsuit alleges that Dodd intentionally entered the database and sabotaged the data, including other occasions where Lomelli's work was deleted. The Sex Crimes Unit is in charge of investigating sexual assaults and rapes. Lomelli is demanding a trial by jury.